Hi Stampers! Today I'm going to show you how to make this little boot, witch's boot, from actually the stocking die. And the stocking die you actually use with the Big Shot. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's the die itself. There's a stocking topper on there, and then there's also a toe and a heel. We won't be using the toe and heel, but we will be cutting out a couple of these to make our witch's boot, and 3 of these to make our witch's boot. So I'll show you how we did it. So basically, you're going to use your Big Shot and go ahead and run it through. And for the sake of time, I've just gone ahead and cut these out already. So I've already cut out 2 of the stockings. And I've also got one of the, in black, one of the stocking toppers. Then I reran it through and cut out 2 more stocking toppers using the pumpkin pie. So those are those. And I went ahead and I actually ran this through the Big Shot again after I cut out the stocking toppers using the spiderweb folder, the spiderweb embossing folder, which is this one. And I ran that through again. And the only tip I can say on this is basically when you're doing it, make sure that when you have your stocking toppers in here, you're putting them in not both the same way. One of them is going to go the opposite way. And that's because you're putting those back to back. And you want them both embossed on both sides, not debossed. So you're going to have debossed and then embossed, which is the side that sticks up. So by putting them in one opposite the other, when you run it through your Big Shot, you'll actually have 2 sides that go together that are both embossed. Does that make sense? So we're going to go ahead and start putting it together. And what I'm going to do is you're going to actually cut off about a quarter or a third of this little stocking topper that's the black, because you don't need that whole piece. And that's actually what's going to be making your heel here. So that actually becomes your heel of your boot. And to put this together, all I've done is I've taken some sticky strip, or I'm actually using score tape. And you're going to go ahead and just put it at just a few points on the inside. You don't need it everywhere, but you do want to get it so that it does stay together and it makes that pocket for you. We'll just move this heel for a minute. And then I'll take off the paper here. And we'll do just a couple more pieces of this tape. Now you're not going to want to do the top, of course, because you want to keep that open for your pocket. But all the way around, you can do this. And it just saves you a little bit of tape that way too, by not doing the whole thing. Then you can go ahead and set your heel in here. And you can put it in as high or low as you want. I'm going to put it about there. You can make a really, really big heel if you want. And then I'm going to put a little bit of snail right in here so that it sticks to the top of the other stocking. Then you're going to go ahead and take your black stocking and just set it right on top. Try to get it as even as you can. Okay. Then to put these down, your orange pieces, you're going to want to go ahead and use some more sticky strip. And I'm just going to go ahead and place it right on the black here. And for the first one, I'll use just a little bit more here. For the first one, you're just going to want to put the sticky strip right on the face of the boot. So just go ahead and set your topper down like that. Then you're going to turn this over. And on the back side of your other topper, you're going to want to go ahead and you can tell which is your back, which is the de-embossed side, the not raised side. Put it on the sides. And also put it at the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and take those papers backings off. And then this way your stocking will be stuck on the sides as well as on the bottom there. But then it still allows you to have that opening so that you can place your candy on the inside. See? Okay. And then as far as the holes for the buttons, what I've used is I've used a crocodile. The reason I like the crocodile is because you can get your holes evenly spaced in depth. And I've used the 1/8 inch side, and you can tell on this, basically you can change the depth of how far in this is going to go. I don't know how many of you have used the Crop-A-Dile before, but it's a wonderful tool. So we're going to go ahead and make 3 holes. I start about where the curve of the boot is, and we'll make a hole there. Then just kind of eyeball it here and make another hole. Then again, eyeball it again. And remember, your depth is already set, so you don't have to worry about that too much. And then make another hole. So now you've got the 3 holes there for your ties. Take about a 1/16 inches of 1/8 inch ribbon, and I'm using certainly celery, which is the satin ribbon. You're going to start at the bottom of the boot, and you're just going to go ahead and start winding this ribbon from back to front through the boot. Now what I've done is I've actually gone ahead and wound the ribbon through the first end through to the top, and then I'm going to go back with my second ribbon and run that through again on the other side. So that way you have these twisting. It's a little bit hard to show you on the camera what I'm doing, I know, but basically you just want them so that they're twisting. This one actually has to go through the back. So we'll run this one through the back of the boot, and then we'll just come up with the other one on the other side. So you want to kind of crisscross the ribbons a little bit. So you're going back to front. And if you play with it a little bit, you'll see what I mean. Then you're going to go ahead and tie this in a bow. And what I've done is I went ahead and inserted some brads in there as well, just to give it a little more oomph on the boot. And then you can just trim this off a little bit. And the brads are going to be just kind of come right through those holes. Now I didn't go ahead and cover up the back. I think they look fine. You know, you can if you want. You could put another piece of black cardstock back there, but I didn't do that. But anyways, and then I went ahead and I just decorated that. And I've used a couple different stamp sets from Stampin' Up. I actually used the Spooky Bingo Bits, and I used the Candy, and the little spider web. And I went ahead and I just put a couple little spider webs on the corners of the boot. And then I also used the Googly Ghouls, and for that I did 2 bats. I stamped 2 bats in black, and just went ahead and cut them out, put some googly eyes on the one side, and then attached a wire in between the 2 bats, and just kind of had it sticking out of the boot. So it's really a fun little project, and it's great for those special little ghouls that come to your house on Halloween. And I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great night, and a happy Halloween. Bye-bye.